All right. They got me. I really thought Megan Good and Jonathan Majors were done. Well, I was guessing, but you know how these Hollywood relationships go. Megan Good and Jonathan Majors had us thinking this could be the end for them. It turns out it's the beginning of something deeper, something more beautiful. Fam, we talking about them getting married. Yeah, we talking about them getting married now. Megan Good just got divorced. So how's she back engaged again? Or is this just, I don't know, man. People take engaged and fiance, they take it so trivial these days. It's just like when people say I love you, you know what I mean? Oh, I love that color yellow on you. Oh, I love that dog. Oh, I love those flowers. They're just beautiful. Oh, I love you too, babe. Oh, I love get thrown around so much that we don't even know when people are really, really in love nowadays. But let's get into the details of this story though, because it says that Jonathan Majors has revealed that he secretly popped the question to his girlfriend Megan Good during their red carpet appearance at the 2024 Ebony Power 100 event at Naya Studios on Sunday. The 34-year-old Lovecraft country star, who has praised Megan Good for supporting him through so many nights, was all smiles as he posed alongside his stunning fiancée, who proudly showed off her sparkling engagement ring. The couple looked sharp as ever, with Jonathan in a tailored gray suit and Megan turning heads in a flawless gold glittering strapless gown like Megan Good. Majors and Good were first romantically linked in May of last year, just 2 months after Jonathan Majors had faced some scathing legal issues following an arrest for assaulting his ex-girlfriend. Now, I'm gonna clear that up right away, and I say it on every video that I do. Jonathan Majors was the only person who I know to have been found guilty of assaulting somebody while defending himself from being assaulted. I mean, the judge literally looked at him and said, "We understand she was assaulting you, and we get that. But the way you defended yourself was too over the top, and it caused her to be injured." I had no idea that being assaulted, you had to be careful of how you defended yourself. You might use too much force and hurt the person who is assaulting you. Yo, this is crazy. Anyways, Jonathan Majors, the former Marvel star, he was later sentenced to attend a 52 weeks domestic violence intervention program. Now, despite his turbulent past, Jonathan and Megan appeared focused on their future together, radiating joy and excitement on the red carpet. You know, Megan was that save Jonathan kind of woman. You know, she came in at a time when he needed it most. So for the rumors to be going around recently that said that Jonathan wants to move on and has left Megan and he's over in Canada filming a movie while she's here in the US, and it doesn't seem like they're communicating with each other, it turns out it was all a lie. They were joined on the red carpet by a star-studded crowd, which included people like Usher, Davine Joy Randolph, and Emma Gray. In June, the couple made an appearance at the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards, where Jonathan was honored with an award for his perseverance. The star was the recipient of the award, which is given to an individual who has shown that no matter what adversity they face, they will continue to aspire, to inspire, to grow, to learn, to thrive. Now, during his speech, he gave a special shout out to Megan while also referencing to his domestic violence conviction to the crowd. He said, I reckon folks want to know about the last year. As a black man in the criminal justice system, I felt anger. I felt sadness. I felt hurt, surprise. When they snatched me up out of my apartment in handcuffs, I didn't feel like all that. He felt like a nobody. He then continued to say, I didn't feel like Jonathan Majors, Mr. Creed, Mr. Kang. I felt like a little scared, weak boy, despite the support and evidence that was in my favor. I knew shit was bad. And it was bad because of who I was and who I am. This is what happens to black people all too often. Jonathan Majors then credited his faith, stating that the God I served has put me in a position where I've had to embody that word more than I wished or wanted to. In other words, you're going to have to call on God a lot. You're a black man in the United States of America. And like I said before, I have never seen somebody catch a charge for defending themselves and hurting the person who was hurting them first. He said we live in a world where black men in particular, they're propped up as either superheroes or supervillains. But I've come to realize, me personally, I ain't none of that. I'm imperfect. I have shortcomings. I acknowledge them. I love my craft. Jonathan Majors was out there with the snow bunnies just feeling like he was doing the most, okay? Until he got that reality check that no matter how big of a star, Mr. Kang or Mr. whatever you want to call yourself, I don't care about how big you get in Hollywood. I don't care about how much money they pay you to be on those silver screens, and I don't care how many women woo and wah after your chiseled big physique. You're still a ninja, a black man. Now, towards the end, he told Megan Good, he said, I love you, and I love you beyond all limits, with all my strength, with all my heart. I love you, while also giving a shout out to his daughter, Ella, who is 9 years old. Yeah. Now, earlier this year in March, Megan Good opened up about her romance with Jonathan, and she told People magazine, I'm in love. I'm transitioning. I'm healing. I'm growing. And I'm getting excited about what's next. Yeah, just a lot of things at once. But what I can say is I'm the happiest I've been in a long time. Jonathan Majors also landed his major role in a supernatural revenge thriller that's called Merciless, following this domestic violence situation that had him looking like a villain. This movie, by the way, is a big budget Hollywood movie, which is said when you see it, it's going to put Jonathan back where he belongs, on top in Hollywood. So he's riding high again. And it's rumored that he got paid a whole lot of money for this movie. So the devotion, Jonathan is taking on the leading role of a CIA interrogator in the upcoming independent film that is called Deadline. Despite the star's legal troubles, big names are already attached to the project, including a director who is known to be the top of the top. He's the younger brother of fellow filmmaker Denis Villeneuve. This is Martin Villeneuve, who is known for working on films such as Dune Part 2, Arrival, and also Blade Runner 2049. Now, being out here like this, Jonathan is showing out in the most way. And he's not showing out by himself. He has Megan right there with him. Now, the premise of Merciless follows Jonathan's character, who, after the woman he loved is taken by a malevolent force, is forced to go even darker to defeat that force. According to Martin, the movie, which is based on an original screenplay, was penned by Frank Hanna, intertwines themes of possession and revenge and personal justice within a haunting narrative, according to Deadline. Well, Deadline, I think, is not the name of the movie. Merciless is the name of the movie. Deadline is the person who was talking about what the movie was about. He further added that it explores the psychological descent of John, played by Jonathan Majors, and the supernatural forces challenging his sanity. Additional details about Merciless are slated to be unveiled by Tuffin later this year in September during the Toronto International Film Festival. Well, in regards to the casting of Jonathan Majors, Tuffin expressed that he refuses to let the court of public opinion and selective prosecution undermine great art and a great artist. He stated, "In graduate school, I found a good fortune to study screenwriting under blacklist scribe Millard Lampel, and I learned from him the dangers of letting politics undermine due process and deprive an artist of their career. I consider it an honor and a privilege to be working with Jonathan Majors, who is such a great talent, now that this matter has been adjudicated." It's like, let's get to work, let's do what we do, and let's make magic on the big screen. Damn, I'm glad to see Jonathan Majors back in a major way, and I'm glad that he is sharing all the success with who was there for him when he was down. Now, back in March of 2023, Jonathan Majors was arrested for physically assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, in New York City. Remember when we saw him running from that SUV and that man took off in the middle of the night down the street and she was running after him? And I said, uh-oh, this is not going to be good. You got a white woman chasing a black man down the street. What could the outcome possibly be? He was found guilty in December of 2023 on one count of reckless assault in the third degree, along with a charge of harassment. In April of this year, Jonathan Majors was sentenced to the 52 weeks we spoke about of a domestic violence intervention program and probation. After his arrest, the Yale Drama School graduate was dropped as a client by both his management company, Entertainment 360, and the public relations firm, the lead company, the Lede company. So they both dropped him. Damn. Did you know that Jonathan Majors graduated from Yale Drama School? Anyhow, Marvel Studios also dropped him after Majors portrayed Kang and Conqueror in both film and television. Jabari, the woman he was with, she was present during the sentencing hearing and she got visibly emotional as she tore into her ex-boyfriend. She said he is not sorry. He is not sorry. He has not accepted responsibility and he will do this again. She said, he will hurt other women. This is a man who believes that he is above the law. She got up in court and said all that. Jabari was granted a full restraining order on April 27th of 2023, barring Jonathan Majors from contacting her ever. Don't send emails, do not write, do not speak, do not call. Just stay away. Jonathan Majors, after the incident, went to the police with his own allegations against the choreographer slash dancer from Britain, claiming that she had been the aggressor. But guess what? No charges were filed against her, only him. Now, earlier this year in March, that same ex, Jabari, also sued Jonathan Majors for both injuring and defaming her. Soon after, Jonathan shared his response to TMZ while he was at the gym during a workout. He expressed that he was not surprised by the new lawsuit, and he added that I knew it was coming from the beginning, really. When questioned to give more insight, the Ant-Man star explained, I can't really say much else about it. It's the law. Now, during an interview with ABC in January, Jonathan Majors revealed that he was shocked by his guilty verdict. He said, I have never hit a woman. I have never struck a woman. He added that both he and his attorney believed it is just unjust that he was prosecuted simply because he was a black man. She was a white woman. While his ex, of course, got the better half because she was a white woman. Now, despite her chasing him down the street and also her being arrested, they suddenly found nothing to charge her on. I was absolutely shocked and I was afraid. I mean, I'm standing there. I say, how is that possible? How is that possible for him to defend himself from an attacker only to be found guilty of hurting that attacker because of defending himself while being attacked? Based off of the evidence, based off of the prosecution's evidence, how is that possible? In regards to how Jabari got the injuries, that had been presented to the jury during the trial. I wish to God I knew. That would give me some clarity, some type of peace about it, Jonathan said, adding that there's no question that he did not cause whatever injuries she showed up with. Listen, man, I know for a fact that he's happy that he's going to put this behind him. And I think that this is a case of a black man finally seeing where he belongs, if you know what I mean. I think this has turned Jonathan Majors off from white women. Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me if you think that this has turned him off from white women. I think this was a hell of an experience. He could have lost everything permanently. And I don't think he wants to go down that road again. So with Megan stepping in, black woman, like an angel, saving him. She wasn't afraid to walk in public with him while he was being ridiculed and prosecuted. She wasn't afraid to tell him, hold your head up high. You are Jonathan Majors. You're good. I know you're good. And I'm going to stand here right beside you. And I'm going to hold my head up high right beside you. And I feel safe with you. Don't let them demonize you. And don't believe what it is they're trying to make you believe about yourself. Ooh, that's powerful. Well, I guess he did the right thing. He popped the question. My only question is, Megan just got divorced. So ain't it too soon to be getting married again? I'll catch y'all on the next video. It's BrainFLoTv / Hot Topics TV. You already know. If the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.